Hi guys! So, as you know, you're watching Life with a YDK. So, before we start off, I am in my new house. So, if it's echoing a little bit, I'm so sorry. The house is still pretty darn empty. But yeah, so if you have followed me on either Instagram or Facebook, you would have known that in my vacation a lot has happened. And yeah, so that's one of the big news. So for the ones that do know, I went on vacation for a week. I just decided to take a week off from work. I have been working from home and I was so damn tired of all the people nagging in my ear. So I decided to just take a week off, and a lot has happened, and to just calm myself down and enjoy, I went to Antwerpen in Belgium. And it was amazing. So today I'm going to share with you guys the cost of going to Antwerpen and what you can do during this pandemic in Antwerpen with all the rules that are going around right now. So for first off, accommodation, I stayed in a Radisson Blu Astrid hotel. That hotel is amazing. It's like literally right across the Antwerpen like main train station, the central station. It has the most amazing view. So I booked normally a superior suite, superior room. I wasn't much fan of it when I entered the room. The view was okay. I mean, like interior, it was perfect. But it wasn't just my thing that what I had in mind after I saw the pictures on booking.com. So I decided to just go downstairs to the lobby and ask them if I can do a upgrade, and I went to the junior suite. So for the junior suite, I paid a total for 2 evenings with breakfast included, 300 euros. For me, that was well worth it. I wouldn't recommend anything else. It was amazing. I really enjoyed it. And yeah, for the price you get for what you get for the price, it's really good. The one thing I would say that the breakfast was but I understand with the whole corona thing that some restaurants don't have the money to invest in staff for other meal plans and stuff like that, so I can understand that. But if you do go to this hotel, I wouldn't suggest you take the breakfast included. Just skip that part, save that money. So one other thing that you would take, kind of spend a lot of money on is ordering food or buying food. Eating out is of course not possible, but you can order food with Uber Eats and all of these other companies. I only tried Uber Eats, found that the delivery cost was very high, like 250 to 350 euros. Coming from the Netherlands, where most of the time I pay around, let's say 129, sometimes even €1 or nothing at all, I found 350 and 250 to be on a very higher scale. So around with food, we were 2 people, so around with food you can come out in 2 days, I think around 75, because I ordered out both evenings that I was there, and midday also one day we ate over there in Antwerpen, and the last day for breakfast we also ordered out because we kind of got on the bandwagon what the breakfast was. So I would say around 75, but I would do the exact calculation like right over here so you guys can actually see how much I spend on food and what you can also like expect, because most food are in the same price range. I was checking them all. There wasn't any that was pretty cheap or pretty high. It was all in between the same price, so you can have that as an estimate. Another thing that you would have to take in consideration is going to museums. I know that there are a lot of places, a lot of countries that our museums are closed, but in Belgium there are some museums that are still open. I know the chocolate museum is open. I didn't go because I'm not a chocolate fanatic, but you have to make a reservation online, and they had a lot of open slots. That would be around 17 euros if you want to go. The one that you can go is like the Mass Museum. That is awesome. It's open, and because it's like not something everyone goes to, it was pretty darn quiet. I went to the panorama top where you can actually view like the city. We paid 8 euros per person, and we actually got to see a little bit also of the museum. Like the more exclusive parts, you have to pay a little bit extra for them. But if you want to see just the standard museum stuff and then go up to the panorama view, you can just pay like 8 euros. Was it 8 euros per person? It was 8 euros for two. So I paid 4 euros per person. So that was pretty inexpensive. So yeah, that is something to keep in mind. I know some people are not fan of museums, but if you still want to go to the panoramic view, it's totally worth it. It's nice. And because the Ferris wheel wasn't working, they are not open because of course, the pandemic, but because they are not working, you don't get the best view from them. So you have to go to the Mass Museum if you want to have like a full panoramic view. So it's a very nice kind of substitute, and it's a very cheap one as well. So I really recommend that. So that is for most of the costs. I would have to say in Belgium, there is cost for transportation as well, because some places are not as walkable as other ones. And what I did, I took like the step. It was fun. I did not spend that much, but seeing how much I used it, I would say it was a very reasonable price. I spent around, I think, 25 to 30 euros. But I used it for over 4 hours, because I went from the hotel to the Grand Market to the Mass Museum. From the Mass Museum, I went to the shopping street. And then in the evening, I wanted to just go take a stroll. I did that as well. I was actually using it for a couple of hours. So seeing how much it costs for how much you can actually get out of it, it's not that bad. I would also put like a cost demonstration right over here of how much it cost, all of it, and how many minutes I was on the step for that particular time. They do have also bikes. I noticed that they do have rental bikes. I did not try it out because I'm not a bike fanatic. Also that you can take the tram or the bus, but I wanted to experience something different. I didn't want to take the tram and the bus, so unfortunately I can't say any price of that. But if you are from Belgium and you do know the prices, just comment them down below so other people can also like associate with that if they are coming to Antwerpen. Another thing that I also did, I went to the grocery store. I bought like bottle of wine, a little bit of bottles of water, and snacks to have in the room, because there was a curfew, and the curfew was, I think, around 10 o'clock, but also alcohol could be sold only till 8 o'clock. So if you wanted to have a drink after 8, that wouldn't be possible even from your hotel. So I decided to buy my alcohol beforehand in a supermarket. And that is most places still. The Netherlands did die down with some rules, but that one is still in place, that you still can buy alcohol after 8 o'clock. Just buy it at a grocery store early on, and you can just keep it in the fridge of your room, and yeah, you can just drink that at night. So all in all, for 48 hours, I spent this amount on the trip. It was, for me, it wasn't within my budget. Because we were with us two, so everything was split in two. If you're alone, it would be a little bit more on the higher end. So all in all, that was my experience with Antwerpen. I will be sharing a lot on my Instagram about pictures, and if you want to know where to go, what to do, what are the places that you can actually visit while being there, I will post on Tuesday on my blog more about this trip, and I will link that in the description down below, no worries. So keep an eye on that as well, and I will see you guys in my next video. So if you like this and you really want to see more, just like, share, comment, and subscribe. Leave a comment down below for me. Anything you want to see, I'm open for it. And I will see you guys into the next video. Bye!